Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday morning trading room. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So yesterday, we'll take a look here at our daily NASDAQ chart to start the day. Yesterday, a very bullish day. The market actually starting mid-range, falling off, and then rallying into the close, which is significant. And here this morning, you can see we're opening below where we left off yesterday, left off just shy of 8,000 and currently trading at around 79.50. So we do have a bit of an upside gap. Volume holding steady. As I mentioned the other day, if we do see a breach of 8,000, which frankly probably looks likely, we're going to want to see increasing volume with that breach. Otherwise, it will be a fake break. In the meantime, we'll just hold on here and a nice little bullish rally here out of the gate. Well, we've already produced some buy signals here off of the opening buzzer for the hawk. The falcon in the midst of working out a trend change signal. The eagle a little conflicted, and we're going to get well, we did get a number 2 signal here on the raptor, but that would be much easier to see in hindsight. I would not be opposed to taking a cloud crossover signal here on the raptor. So the clouds have crossed. We need a little bit of a pullback before a signal will print. Oh, come on, you guys. I don't want them running away too far. Okay, here now the pullback. We're going to get the warning dot. We're going to get a trend change signal occurring here in the falcon at the same time. Oop, I guess I'd better get ready. And I'm just going to anticipate where this signal is going to print. I've got the warning dot. Or warning dots. So the next signal that prints will be the number 1 signal to buy. Let's take a look here. What's going on with the trade forecaster? Oh dear, we are in Swing mode swing mode quickly moving into scalp mode. So it's going to be one of those days, is it? All right, let's see if they got anything going on here. 79.50, a very popular number yesterday, and that's kind of the zone that we're trading in right now. I'm going to bring my stops up back to their original placement. And because we are in scalp mode, I'm going to roll my stops to break even now that we're 3/4 of the way to the profit objective. And, oh, don't flinch just yet, you stinkers. It's a reaction here to these highs that we just breached, the overnight highs. Come on, I'm not asking a lot. Just 5 points, you can give me that. All right. Hooray. One for the good guys. Note the reaction that we're seeing. Again, that's due to the breach of these overnight highs. And of course, we have hit our high probability profit objective. So it's not unusual to see the market give us a little bit of a reaction after that. That's not saying we won't go higher, just that you should anticipate a reaction and trade accordingly. So far, they're looking fairly strong, though, so I don't know. We could attempt to buy back in on a breach of the highs. You know, just your basic continuation signal here on the Eagle. I usually like to see 2 counter bars after we've breached a trading zone. I usually like to see 2, in this case, 2 bars moving lower before I commit to the upside, but it looks like I may have blocked myself out of this one. Well, we'll see. If we get, like I say, 2 bear bars, that will be a proper test of this breakout zone. Okay, we're back up now toward the median line, as you can see from our support and resistance suite. Tag the median line, might be getting a little bit of that reaction I was talking about just a moment ago. Come on, give me the second bar. I'm going to put my just in case order to buy up here. I am a little early though. If I don't get that second bar forming, I will cancel this trade. I like to see two bearish bars. The reason is sometimes one bar, the market just flip-flops like it did here. It flip-flops and then you get the two bear bars and look at how much lower it goes. If I had bought in above the first bearish bar, I would have been sorely disappointed. Oh, let's cancel that. I looked away for a moment and almost got brought in on a trade that I was not that keen on. All right, well, it does appear as though I would have done okay. That bullish push still very strong. Oh, here I should have checked out the Falcon. We got ourselves a nice little late filter entry signal on the Falcon. Now, the late filter entry signal occurs when your filter goes out of sync, comes back into sync. Your trend line, however, never changes color. And of course, you need to produce a signal. Very high probability signal. Ken, are you not seeing the charts? I'm not quite sure I understand your question. All right, are we going to get the pullback now? Okay, Ken's not seeing any charts. Is anyone else having difficulty seeing the charts? Yeah, okay. Ken, you could try logging out and logging back in. I'm not quite sure why the charts are not displaying for you. Oh, that's weird. Dan says, I see the charts, but not any of the trade window. It's blurred out. I'm not sure why that is that way. Still waiting for a little bit of a top. The trading band getting a little bit broad. We're up to about 50 some odd ticks. Wow, look at them go. They're really trying to fill that morning gap right out of the gate. Do I dare try to buy in again? We're getting another late filter entry signal here on the Falcon. The late filter entry signal, like any signal, you don't want to see them producing too often. The first opportunity will likely be the best. The second one will probably work out okay, although I'm late getting to the late filter entry signal. But if you happen to see 3 or even 4 within a trend, that starts to get a little bit dicey. And there they go. I guess we can call this filling the gap then. So that was a pretty strong move out of the gate. All right, now we're seeing a very big pullback here on the Eagle. And this will probably eventually retest the breakout zone. At this point, you could put your just in case order to buy up here above the high. The market's going to slowly work itself into a bit of a corner. A little bit of a reaction here to the median line. The Hawk getting bearish, as is the Falcon. Look at that. All right. There is a potential to short here. Here on the Eagle, you can see we had a little bit of a pushback for 2 bars. This does open up the opportunity for a potential to sell. Here on the Raptor, we're producing a number 2 signal. It's not going to print as a number 2 signal, but that is what it is. We have just seen our little test of the extreme being the high. This is the signal to short. We're getting a second push opportunity. I will warn you, however, this is counter trend. There's no denying this morning we are looking at an uptrending market. So you need to be a little bit careful trying to short. I would definitely look to take profit on target. The Bollinger's starting to get a little bit bearish, but not crazy bearish. All right, are they going to make a go at it? All right, let's see what they can do. They're trying. We're getting maybe a little bit of an early pushback from that hard edge. I want to get ready with my stops here when and if we can get down about halfway to 3/4 of the way to my profit objective. Come on. Just a little bit more. All right, there we go. We're into the hard edge. I'm going to take the opportunity to take the trade to break even, and with a little bit of, nope, they didn't give it to me. I was probably too quick on that. But it was counter trend, and as such, I get a little bit anxious. Well, maybe it wasn't a bad call. It's always dicey whenever you hit the hard edge like that. See, I'm expecting the market to come back down here and make a bigger retest of this breakout zone. Trading to a new high would also be a good reason to buy. And here now the number one signal. So that developed because the clouds crossed and uncrossed. See, they crossed over and now they crossed back, so they're in sync. Because this is potentially a retest of the high, and because it is possible that the market may try to drift down here and retest this breakout zone, that does not mean that the number one signal that the Raptor is producing is not valid. However, you may want to wait for a second push opportunity. Well, we're getting a little bit of follow through there. You see, the trend is up. I'm going to wait, though. I've waited this long on this signal. I may as well wait a little bit longer. Okay, so now we actually have a better second push opportunity on this signal. We're going to have the same second push opportunity here on the Falcon, or even here on the Eagle off of this red bar buy. Well, let's take a look here at the Raptor. I know there's more Raptor traders in the room, which is why I tend to spend so much time on the Raptor, but you know, if you have any questions about the other ones, please don't hesitate to ask. Come on, get up there. So we're back into the first hard edge. All right, so we're going to produce actually a hard edge bounce signal. That's our number 3 signal. That's what's building right there. Get the chart trader ready. All right. You can see we're getting the pushback now from the highs. Just looking for a little bit of a rally here. And because we're near the highs, I will get more aggressive with the stops on the next bullish attempt. Now we introduce a number 2 signal. All right, well, that's a little problematic. Where'd the buyers go? Oh, nuts. I'm going to get tagged here if they don't give me a reaction here to the hard edge. Darn it. Just giving them a couple of ticks below this swing low. I'm still 2 swings back, as you can see. Well, we had a pretty good bull run there. Can probably bring my stops in at least a little bit. if we can get above this last swing high, we'll probably make at least an attempt to break out the daily high, or this swing high here. I don't think that's the daily, or no, that is the daily high. And here we come with yet another number 2 signal. We're in a bit of a sideways mess right now, that's for sure. If I can keep my stops back far enough, the trade will at least have a chance. And really at this stage, that's the best I can hope for, I think. Very aggressive selling here around the 79.80 zone. If the market can get above there, we're going to start tagging those sellers' exit orders. I hate getting stuck in a sideways market like this. Well, here we come back with yet another hard edge bounce. And you can see we're starting to get that candy striping going on. Okay, we got to see them go. Come on. You will have to help it along here with the mouse. Just push it higher. Come on, get going. Get up there. Come on. Get up there. Ooh. Not liking this. Okay, I'm going to roll my stops up a little bit, and I'm going to get ready for a possible reversal. Now, I don't normally recommend this. This is actually a very drawn out second push on the number 2 signal. Here's the problem. The market should be going up. We have an uptrend. The market is in this pause phase. It should go higher. Somewhere through here, it should resume the uptrend. If it does not, then there's a very good chance that the market will try to head lower. In which case, I would be open to a possible short. Come on. If we can just get above this little swing high right here, I bet we're going to start tagging out some of the sellers, those early sellers. Come on, you can do it. Look at that, flinching right on the number. Okay, there we go. We've hit it, and oh, a little bit of an early pushback. I'm really tempted to take the trade to break even. Come on. Okay, last chance for the buyers. There we go. Whew, that was hard work. Did you see how the market made that quick little flip higher? That tells me that we tagged out some of these early sellers. They had their exit orders really close by. They had them like stacked right about there. And we filled their orders, and the market made that quick little hop. Well, it was a little dicey there for a moment, but the trend prevailed. Yay, trend. All right, well, I'm 2 for 2, and you know, at this point, my trading day would be, or sorry, actually 3 trades. One was a break-even trade in there. So my trading day would be done at this point. I made a couple $100 per contract. Remember, the key to making money trading is not trading more often. If you can get yourself to a position where you can make $100 a day, whether that's 2 $50 trades or one $100 trade, and yes, I'm ignoring commissions and fees, but commissions and fees are not nearly what they used to be. I was paying my first broker $75 a round turn and happy to get it. And then the discount brokers came out and they would do it for $40. What a bargain. By the way, the costs of doing those trades was not higher 25 years ago. It was pretty much the same as what it is today. So yes, they were making obscene amounts of money at the trader's expense. But if you can find your way to making $100 a day, whether that's one $100 trade or 2 $50 trades, the key to making more money is to get yourself into a position where you can trade more contracts. So that $100 trade with a single contract is obviously $200 with if you're trading 2 contracts, $400 if you're trading 4, $700 if you're trading 7, and that's where the real money is made. Everybody thinks it's like a production line. No, it's not. Jesse Livermore, one of the greatest traders ever, legendary. He didn't have charts. He read a ticker tape. And probably one of my favorite trading quotes is from him, and he said, "The real money is made in the sitting and the waiting, not in the trading." So fast forward almost 100 years, and you have to, in today's marketplace, that means limit the number of times you expose yourself to the market, give your trade a chance, By that I mean leave a reasonable stop. Don't strangle your trade. And then trade size. Trade the most that you can afford without damaging your account. Typically 5% of your trading capital or less. And if you can do that day in, day out, well, you will make as much money as you want. But it's a tough lesson for a lot of people to learn. A lot of people treat trading like a video game, and they get bored sitting around waiting for the market. And so they figure, oh, well, the market looks overbought, so I'm going to sell it. Or the market looks like it's in a strong trend, I'm going to buy it. And then, of course, the market decides to turn on its heels and sticks you with a loss. Market very much in an uptrend today, and it looks as though we're going to make a run at 8,000. Oh, look at this. Just 9 points away. 8. Oh, they're chomping at the bit. It's a bigger pullback now. I don't know if I'd be all that anxious to short, although you could make a case for a pullback back here to the hard edge. The market getting a bit of an early reaction to that 8,000 zone. We're just in a holding pattern now. Okay, back to the hard edge. I'd like to see a decent test of the extreme here before I consider trying to short. Well, we're going to drift down here actually all the way to the hard edge before we potentially make a reaction. The Falcon producing or working on a trend change signal. The Hawk not quite there yet. All right, back in the hard edge. Where's the reaction? Sellers definitely making a stand around this whole 8,000 zone. That's a trend line out of the open. It might be the target and actually be some support. The Falcon trend change signal working out very nicely, actually. Okay, where's the reaction to the hard edge? Dan's asking, I did not get that signal on my Falcon. What are your settings? Okay, I'm using Ninja 8, of course. So if you're using Ninja 7, there might be a slight difference. We have noticed a slight difference in the two. Most of the time it's insignificant, but it seems to stem from the brick size here. So I'm just going with the default 8x8 brick size. And I have 20 days of data loaded. Actually, I should probably use the CME regular trading hours. Oh, no, sorry. That's not what I want. I want the 24. There we go. 24 by 5. You know what? Why don't I just leave it where it was? The regular trading hours, of course, will eliminate all the overnight. But yeah, my brick size is just the default. Now, we were playing with it for a little while. I think we even went to a 9x7. We were comparing some of the signals between Ninja 8 and Ninja 7. And you can see it's not a major difference. It did delete that last sell signal, however. I'll leave it to you to tweak your signals, but do feel free to experiment. All right, gang, looks like things are drying up here. So we're going to button up the room here for the morning. If you are going to continue trading, I think, well, I would like to see something resembling a test to the extreme. I want to see at least one more bullish push. Doesn't have to be a big bull push, but it has to be some sort of bullish push. Once we get that bullish push and the subsequent reaction, well, then we've got the market in a corner. We can look to buy, and we can also look to sell. Because if the buyers cannot continue the trend at that point, then there's a good chance it's going to move at least a little bit lower. I don't think we're talking, back to where the day started, but there is potential for 79.60. That would bring us back toward the top end of this trading range where we broke out previously. All right, I've had about all the fun I can stand for one day. Being a wise guy, of course. All right, I will see you guys again tomorrow. We'll talk to you then. Bye for now.